The Atlanta Falcons are not playing Michael Penix at all this preseason, which is a really questionable decision for Raheem Morris to make. I'm not saying that Michael Penix was bad. I thought he was really impressive in his first 3 starts in the NFL last year, but he hasn't proven enough to warrant not getting any action in the preseason. You don't want him to get injured. That's understandable, but you at least want Michael Penix out there for at least 1 or 2 drives. Joe Burrow has played a few drives in the preseason. CJ Stroud has played a few drives in the preseason. The preseason helps you get out to a faster start when the regular season begins, because it's a difference between going up against people in practice versus going up against people simulating an in-game environment. When you're in these preseason games, yeah, they're not full speed. The game is going to be much more ramped up once week 1 gets here for Michael Penix, but at least it allows him to get broken in. When you have a young quarterback that's entering his 2nd season with less than 5 starts under his belt, you want to give him as much experience as possible. Michael Penix hasn't played a lot of NFL football. He barely played in the preseason last year. Remember, he played in that one preseason game where he looked really good, and Raheem Morris and the Falcons coaching staff shut him down. They said that he had nothing else to prove. It's not about how much you have to prove. The preseason isn't really about proving yourself if you already have been locked in as a starting quarterback. It's about getting yourself into a rhythm so when the season starts, you don't end up being rusty. You don't end up having games that you often see quarterbacks have week 1 when they go 7 of 24, 90 passing yards. You know, sometimes even the best quarterbacks in the NFL can have really sloppy starts to the NFL season because they haven't played a lot in the preseason. If you're somebody like Lamar or Patrick Mahomes, yeah, you don't need to play in the preseason because you've already shown us enough based off your body of work these past 3-4 years. Michael Penix, with him being so young in the NFL, he needs more developmental time. He needs more time to fully grasp NFL speed. And as I said earlier, the preseason isn't the exact game that you see played when the regular season starts. It's more sped up. It's a lot faster. The time you have to make a decision is a lot quicker in the regular season than what it is in the preseason. Nobody's revealing their defense. Nobody's really running anything on offense that they would run during the regular season. All that's understandable. But the preseason is just to ease you back into football as a player. You know, get used to guys trying to knock your helmet off your shoulder. Get guys used to getting tackled. Michael Penix hasn't been tackled. When you wear that red jersey, tackling the quarterback is a crime. It's one of the biggest sins that you can commit in football. So, Raheem Morris, I understand not wanting to get Michael Penix injured, but you can at least give him a few drives to kind of break him in a little bit. And not without any preseason action. We could see Michael Penix struggle for the first 3-4 weeks of the year. And then once you get to week 5, week 6, that's when he starts to get in his groove. That's when he starts to find his rhythm. But what if you lose 2-3 games due to Michael Penix getting out to a slow start with you refusing to play him in the preseason? Those 2-3 losses that you could suffer with Michael Penix having a slow start could be the difference between you winning and losing this division or possibly making it to the playoffs. The decision by Raheem Morris not to play Michael Penix in the preseason at all is really questionable to me. And not only is he not playing Michael Penix in the preseason, but he's not playing Kirk Cousins either, which that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. He's a backup quarterback. He's getting paid over 100 M's. He should be getting as much money as possible, along with being on the field as much as possible to earn that paycheck, even if it is him playing in the preseason. What does Kirk Cousins get from playing in the preseason? I mean, you keep him warmed up. Same thing for Michael Penix goes for Kirk Cousins. Worst case scenario, let's say Michael Penix gets a concussion and he has to miss 2-3 games. You need Kirk Cousins warmed up. You need him broken in. And if he's going this long without any meaningful in-game action, albeit if it is in the preseason, then he could come out rusty. You just want to keep guys warm. That's why you play them in the preseason. You know why they tell you to stretch? They tell you to stretch so you avoid getting injured when you're working out. They tell you to do a warm-up so it makes you getting into your lift, getting into your exercises a lot easier. That's what the preseason is. It's a bona fide warm-up for the regular season. And the Falcons are not giving their quarterbacks that warm-up.